Hey everybody, Gabby here with another episode of A Battle a Day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this series. Every little bit helps. Now, if you remember Monday's video, we were playing with a Spectrier and Glastrier team. We are going for that team again, so shout outs to the creator of the team, Popo Poke Petro, or according to their Twitter name, it's Takusan. So thank you so much to Takusan for building this team and for sharing it with us. I'm really excited to showcase it again. If you want to use this team yourself or try it out, I'll link to Takusan's team report on Liberty Note down in the video description below. You can also watch Monday's video, which should be appearing on screen now, to get an idea of what I think of this team overall and how it worked in our first game with it. Now, I will say that in Monday's video, I didn't really talk too much about Spectrier, and Takusan actually reached out to me on Twitter and let me know that the intended Dynamax target for a majority of games is actually the Spectrier. So given that this matchup doesn't look too bad for Spectrier, I think we're going to try it. We're going to lead it alongside Whimsicott because I see Whimsicott Terrakion and I get nervous. I'm a simple human being. And then in the back, I think I want to bring the Urshifu, since that has a good matchup against the opposing Urshifu and the Heatran. And then either the Heatran or Lele of my own. I'm leaning more towards Heatran just because of the Zapdos. So let's go ahead and just do that. And yeah, that's how we're going to be playing this game. So good luck, have fun. Sword? Yeah, okay. This is just the default main character name in Japanese I'm facing, so good luck, have fun. I haven't seen Whimsicott Terrakion since probably like series, I want to say 5. So I'm really curious how this is going to play out now that I feel it's a little bit more outclassed than it was. Admittedly, I don't have any follow me or any sort of tech along those lines to make my part of this matchup easier. So I'm really hoping to rely on the fact that Spectrier cannot take super effective fighting damage to power through this game. We'll see if it actually works. And that is, again, making the assumption that my opponent does lead Whimsicott Terrakion, which, given that we're still in Great Tier, yeah. Like, I feel like this is just the mindless mode for this team, and especially when you're in the lower ladders. Like, if you watched my stream last night, for example, going on autopilot gets you far more than it should. I would say 90% of my games last night on stream were autopilot, and it worked exactly how you'd expect, really. So we're gonna go ahead and like Max Quake is tempting into the Terrakion. You know what? Let's do it. I'm not sure if the special defense buff is really going to help out much, but after a Tailwind we should be faster, and if he does go for a Protect, we'll get some chip damage down before the inevitable beat up. So though it looks like the Tailwind might have been a little bit unnecessary since Spectrier is the Pokemon that's Dynamaxing first. I'm pretty sure Spectrier is faster than Terrakion, but I was more concerned about my opponent's Whimsicott going for Tailwind, at which point they would be faster if I didn't match it. So this is just like one of those situations where you just go for it, and yeah, if your opponent doesn't Tailwind, it's like, okay, fine. Oh, that was my Whimsicott, never mind. If your opponent doesn't Tailwind, okay, fine. But if they do, then you're like super covered. So it's interesting that the Whimsicott is going for an attack without the Dynamax on the Terrakion. If this is beat up, then we can assume that we safely just remove the threat prior to Whimsicott being able to move. I also think it's interesting that the Spectrier moved faster than the Whimsicott, but that's probably Tailwind more than anything else. And my opponent ends the turn with just a little Dazzle Chip. So the special defense boost came into play. And now that we have the single strike form Urshifu out on the field, we can go for a max strike Dazzle, and that's it. I'm pretty sure we're in good hands at this point. My opponent could Dynamax here, or Gigantamax in the case of Urshifu, and go for the G-Max One Blow, but again, as of right now, we're faster, and we certainly have Whimsicott around to hit it with a couple dazzling gleams, so I'm not too concerned about it. Oh, interesting. I'm not sure why. Oh, okay, I guess they don't want to lose their Urshifu yet without Tailwind, but that's still an interesting play. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, wow. Okay, well, we're not editing that out because that was a crucial part of the game. So it looks like they just wanted to ensure that by the time Urshifu took the field, not only would my Tailwind have expired, but overall, just we'd be in a better position. Now, that all being said, I'm still not that worried. Like, my Whimsicott's still going to be on the field. Even if they max guard with Heatran, I'm pretty sure we're going to threaten a knockout. If not at the end of this turn, next turn with a Dazzling Gleam. So I went for the Fake Tears into Whimsicott to try to force Dazzling Gleam to be a two-hit KO overall on Whimsicott. The damage that we got from the first one makes it look like it's going to be about a 3-hit KO, and rather than go for like 3 Dazzling Gleams, I decided that I wanted to Fake Tears. Why? I don't know. If he would have switched in the Urshifu to that slot, it literally would not have worked. So I think next time the better choice would be to just to just go for the Dazzle and just let it happen. Yeah, that was a weird play by Gabby, but maybe it worked out. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna work out. This turn, I mean, Mudshot's what, base 55? So yeah, why don't we go for Mudshot, Fake Tears, Heatran. Our Tailwind has not expired. I believe this is the last turn of the Tailwind, so that should be enough to get the KO onto Heatran, even with the Dynamax. So yeah, I'm not too worried about this. The one thing I am a little bit worried about now is still going to be that Urshifu. If I lose Whimsicott, then it's going to be a nasty game of speed control, since my opponent still has access to Tailwind and I don't, and I do have my own Urshifu and Heatran in the back, which real great matchup Pokemon against Urshifu when you're slower than it. So we should really try and ensure that that doesn't become a thing in the next turn. So let's all keep that in mind. Let's use our thinking caps. Remember our win con. Remember the Pokemon we have in our back. Oh, I swear. Sometimes I'm good at this game. No, but actually identifying win cons is something that I really do struggle with. I'm pretty sure that I've mentioned this on stream before, but it's just one of those things that, like, if you lose sight of it, it can really ruin your entire game plan, and I just lose sight of it a lot. So I will go for the Tailwind to match the Tailwind that's currently on my opponent's side of the field. If they have Taunt, now would be the time to taunt Whimsicott so I can't get the speeds, and then go for Wicked Blow for the KO into Spectrier. No need for that. And you may notice that I went for the KO on Whimsicott this turn and not the Urshifu. This is because I'm keeping my win condition in mind. Now I am the only person with Tailwind on the field, so in theory all I have to do is just stall until my opponent's Tailwind runs out and then send in Urshifu. So, excuse me. I have the sneezes this morning. I don't know why. Oh man, I mean, I did dust a little bit underneath my desk before recording this. Maybe that's why. Wow. Okay. I swear I am emotionally fine. My nose is just like, you know what? You wanted to record right now? Let's just have a sneezing fit. Anyways, we're guaranteed to be faster than the opposing Urshifu. We still have Dazzling Gleam. That is what we call a win. So, GG's Sword, GG's. If you liked this video, if you like what I'm doing on this series, if you have any comments that you want to leave down below, they can be nice comments, they can be constructive criticism. You know, I really do want to improve at this whole YouTube thing, at this whole battling thing. Please let me know down below in the comments. Can't say that enough. If you haven't already, you can also subscribe to this channel. I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can check me out on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/simplygabby. I stream every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. And this week, or last night, we played around with a Wheezing Regigigas team that did very well in the Players' Cup, which has been really fun. And like I said, complete autopilot. So you're really missing out if you're not hanging out with us on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Friday evenings. So that's all I got for today. I'll be back on Friday with one last battle with our lovely Dual Horses team. But until then, I'll see you later. Have a great day, everybody.